Check us out, y'all. We here. We live. Shout out to the whole world. Make sure you follow Sean G on all my platforms. Share this video.
But as one of the good cops, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There's a state-approved site where you can go and get the wholesale insurance rates. It's the same coverage from the same big insurance company.
Share this video. Share this video. Today is Monday, September the 29th. Monday, September the 29th. 96 hours from today, Puffy will be sentenced. Puffy has sat in MDC Brooklyn for over a year. Who was that? Andre Davis, time served. The case was a farce. I see you. We locked in. This Friday, we will know the sentence. I have my personal feelings of what I think it should be. You have your personal feelings of what you think it should be. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Do you think the judge has changed his mind and is going to grant the motion? He's taking way too long. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but what I saw at this trial, I saw the Southern District of New York disrespect Judge Subramanian to his face in his courtroom, and he ain't do nothing. East St. Boogie. One thing that you have to do as a man, even before you're a manager at Chipotle, even before you're a manager at Mavis Tire Shop, even before you're a stockbroker, before you're a senator, before you're a soccer player, before you're anything, you have to make sure you maintain your respect. Now, this is my opinion. The Southern District of New York, all of the assistant U.S. attorneys, Maureen Comey being the lead, assistant U.S. attorney who's since been fired. They disrespected Judge Subramanian in his courtroom to his face. Now, Sean G, what do you mean? What are you saying? Nicole Westmoreland cross-examined Breonna Bogelin, which was Cassie's best friend, which came out at the trial that Cassie and Breonna Bogelin may have had an intimate, personal, sexual relationship, because every time Nicole Westmoreland tried to bring it up, the prosecution would object. But the morning that Breonna Bogelin got on the stand, her and Cassie was texting each other back and forth. This all came out at the trial. At the end of the day, Breonna Bogelin perjured herself on the stand, right in front of Judge Subramanian. Judge Subramanian is sitting here, and the witness box is to his left, right here. And Nicole Westmoreland is right here with her, the podium is there with the mic, and she's at the podium cross-examining Breonna Bogelin for 2 days. For 2 days. Your camera broke on the back, so you know what? For 2 days. Nicole Westmoreland could have put Breonna Bogelin in the chokehold after 1 day, but we got to the end of the day. It was probably like 3, 4 o'clock, and Nicole Westmoreland said, "Your Honor, can I please consult with my colleagues?" And she went over and she spoke to, I don't know if it was Mark or Tenny or Xavier or whoever. And then Nicole said, "Your Honor, that's all for today. I would like to resume the cross-examination tomorrow." And that's what happened. The next day we came in, Nicole Westmoreland was masterful in her cross-examination of Breonna, and Nicole Westmoreland cross-examined Dawn Richard, who also committed perjury, Judge Subramanian, in your face. Kid Cudi committed perjury, Judge Subramanian, in your face. These your colleagues that you work with at the Southern District of New York. Capricorn Clark committed perjury. Mia committed perjury. Cassie committed perjury. We already know that her civil suit is replete with perjury. I don't know what's the term I'm looking for, testimony in a written document. I think testimony is the oral part, perjury, the oral. What is it when you put false information or lies in a written complaint? What's that called, Sylvia? You know?
Perjury.
Perjury. But Breonna Bogelin committed the ultimate perjury. Right in front of, right there go my girl Maria Canada in the house. Maria say free pup October 3rd, 2025. Maria, thank you for the super chat. Nicole Westmoreland was looking at Breonna, looking at her like, Breonna. It was, and this was Nicole's like demeanor, her inflection in her voice. She's looking at her like, girl, I already know you lying. Why is you up here lying? And I'm finna bust you. And Nicole Westmoreland said something to the effect of, Breonna, let's be honest. You know that none of this of what you testifying to ever happened. You know this. And all Breonna could say at that point was, I can't remember, I don't recall. Because you gotta understand that all of the government witnesses that had underlying civil suits, 6.45 million Dawn Richard, 10 million Mia, 10 million Breonna, 20 million Cassie. Who else was suing them?
Well, the new guy's suing them now, the Dante guy. Nash.
Deontay Nash suing them? Hey, Deontay. Hey, girl. Hey, Deontay. I got some balloons for you. You and Murad from England. All of these government witnesses that was suing Puff civilly for millions were getting on the stand, helping the Southern District of New York testify against Puff to send him to prison for life, and they all had immunity agreements, meaning that as long as they told the truth on the stand, they could not be prosecuted for perjury. Only if they lied could they be prosecuted for perjury. Now, here was the caveat and here was the kicker. Who decided whether they lied or told the truth? It was the prosecution. It was Maureen Comey and Foster and Slavic and Steiner. The prosecution got to judge and weigh whether one of the witnesses told the truth and whether perjury charges would be brought. But Judge Subramanian, in my opinion, as a judge, because right now, Judge Subramanian, you got the reputation amongst all of your colleagues. They not gonna say it to your face, but they all look and they all know that you let witnesses. There go my girl Vicky. Vicky, I see you with the super chat. Vicky, thank you, Vicky. Judge Subramanian, you let the prosecution, and I know you're a former employee of the Southern District of New York, and you still are because you're a district judge in this region. But everybody looks at you and they say, he let them people come in his courtroom and tell a lie against a man who was facing life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you let it go down, and perjury charges were never brought. Where are the perjury charges for Breonna Bogerlin? Where are they? RJU Jones, my channel member. Where are the perjury charges for Breonna Bogerlin? Where are the perjury charges for Dawn Richard? She gave 4 different descriptions of what happened with this frying pan with the eggs in it. Dawn Richard. She said Puffy told her that he was gonna kill her. But yet, later on down the line, she calling Puffy back on the phone, asking Puffy, I wanna come back and work with you with dirty money. And Dawn Richard, excuse me, Nicole Westmoreland said, well, Dawn Richard, why would you, didn't Puffy say he was gonna kill you and you felt you were in fear for your life? Why would you want to come back and work for a man that you're going to be touring with? Aren't you going to tour with him? Aren't you going to be in this? You not afraid for? And Judge Subramanian, you let all of this go down in front of your face. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I was there. You understand? And as a man, at the very minimum, Judge Subramanian, you should have addressed it. You should have addressed it in open court and say, look, this is my courtroom. I have earned the right to be a judge. I got the requisite educational background.
Hey, Gumby.
What's up, baby?
What's good, Gumby?
Say what's up to the people, man. Check my man out. I don't even know him.
Bow, it's your boy Kicking with Cuzzo. Y'all know me from the calisthenics community. Out here, my man Good Gumby. Putting in some work for a few years. I see you. Appreciate all positive, my brother.
My man.
Take care, Gum.
I've gone to law school. What's up, bro?
Serious time in the building, nigga.
What's up? You want to say what's up to the people?
I just want to show love, nigga.
All right, hold on. Come on. You want to say what's up to the people?
I want you to say, whatever you guys say.
No. You're not going to dictate to me when you come on my show. Either you're going to come now or you're not. Tell them what's up. Say what's up to them. Because I'm in the middle of a thought. Judge Subramanian, hold on 1 second. Check my girl out. Where you from, first of all?
I'm from Boogie Down Bronx.
From the Boogie Down Bronx?
I live in Harlem.
She live in Harlem now, though.
I'm Peacemaker Quinn.
Peacemaker Quinn?
Yeah.
All right.
Peacemaker Quinn.
You got social media, anything you want to promote, a business, anything?
I want to say this. You know, when you get locked up, you should not have to have your money sent down to my food stamps. If I was
Money make quick. That's cool. Listen, I got to get back to doing what I'm
what you
doing.
do.
So,
He's, and he ain't telling nothing but the truth, because I know that if he didn't have some shit on Trump right now, he would be.
no, we're not gonna talk
I'm
about
just
no
saying,
politics
look,
on here.
he might
Thank
have
you,
5 years.
thank you,
He
Peacemaker
might have 5
Quinn.
years. He can afford 5
Judge
years.
Subramanian, you supposed to at a minimum, let it be known. I was once a attorney. You were an attorney, Judge Submarinian, at a white shoe law firm. I looked you up on Wikipedia. Then you was a clerk for, I think, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, or one of the Supreme Court justices. You went to Columbia Law School. You got the educational background, but you supposed to have let everybody know that when Breonna got on the stand and perjured herself, you supposed to say, time out. Let me let y'all know. Don't come in my courtroom, you understand, and commit no perjury and disrespect me, because I got to make sure that my other judges around the world, the other district judges in the 2nd Circuit, 5th Circuit, 11th Circuit, 9th Circuit, that they respect me, because if the word get out that you can disrespect me in my courtroom, then people gonna keep doing it. That was what you should have did at the minimum, but you didn't say nothing. That's not good, Judge Submaranian. They disrespected you in your courtroom in one of the most high-profile federal trials in New York City history. And that's in the history books. You can't change that. Now, everybody know, because everybody's seen it, that Breonna Bogelin committed perjury, because the next day, I'm going to tell you how it went. You know how I know how it went? Because I was there. Right there. Right up there on the 24th floor. Right up there on the 24th floor. Alexandra Shapiro, Judge Submaranian, you remember this. The next day, Alexandra Shapiro wrote a letter motion asking for a mistrial because of the perjury. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I can't remember the date, but it was in the first 1 or 2 paragraphs. Alexander Shapiro said, Your Honor, we ask that you declare a mistrial because of the perjury. Alexander Shapiro was sitting in the back. Remember I told y'all yesterday, Puffy had 2 rows of lawyers. Puffy had a row in the front and then a row in the back. Alexander Shapiro sat in the back over there. She sat on this corner. And then Mark Agnifilo sat on this corner right here. And Tenny Garrigo sat right there. Puffy sat right here. Brian Steele sat right here. Jason Driscoll sat right here. And Alexander Shapiro sat right there. And Alexander Shapiro stood up in the courtroom, Judge Submaranian, and confronted you. And said, we want a mistrial because that girl perjured herself. And then y'all went all into it. You arguing back and forth. You and Alexander Shapiro going back and forth. And Diddler getting 15 years. Yeah, just like your fake profile name is 15 years. Get your ass off my chain. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Your profile fake, so is your life. No time for you. Get your ass off here before I block you. You and Alexander Shapiro going back and forth. And then Judge Submaranian, you made an allowance for Breonna Bogelin, an excuse. Breonna Bogelin said that she took acid, ketamine, cocaine, weed, ecstasy, Twizzy, what was that one drug that what they call it? Tussie, GHB, acid, you understand? And her and Cassie, Brianna and Cassie used to let Brianna stay by her crib for a while before Puff even met Brianna. Brianna was staying with Cassie. And Brianna like girls. She don't like dudes. Brianna like this. She like women. And then Nicole Westmoreland asked Brianna, said, well, where did you sleep when you stayed by Cassie? You understand? And Brianna said, sometimes I sleep on the floor, sometimes I sleep on the couch, and sometimes I sleep in the bed with Cassie. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And they used to get high together. Or, better yet, as Nicole Westmoreland pointed out, Brianna was Cassie's dealer. Puffy wasn't nowhere around. Cassie was getting high on her own. And Brianna, Nicole Westmoreland said, yo, where was you buying the drugs from? She said Ray J. So Brianna would get money from Cassie, call Ray J, buy drugs from Ray J, and then sell the drugs back to Cassie. And they would get high together. They came out. All that's in the record. All that's in the transcript. Am I lying, Sylvia?
You're telling the truth.
All that's in the record. And the first time Brianna and, first of all, where are the perjury charges against Brianna? The first time how Cassie and Brianna met, they was working at this skateboard place as graphic designers. And Brianna was Cassie's boss, but Cassie made more money than Brianna. So Cassie invited Brianna over to her crib. The first day, like I told you, yo, Vicky, what up? Brianna is like this. She like women. The first day she come by Cassie's crib, she convinces Cassie to do a photo shoot butt naked with a t-shirt on in the pool. She tell Cassie, get in the pool. Cassie got in the pool with no clothes on, with just a t-shirt. And Brianna is taking pictures of her. Then they go in the house, they get high, and Brianna moves in her crib. Puffy don't know nothing about this. Puffy don't know nothing about this. All kind of drug use from Cassie without Puff. Puff ain't nowhere around. Matter of fact, after about a year, when Cassie finally got the nerve to introduce Brianna to Puff, Puff looked at her straight up and told Cassie, yo, I don't like this girl. He saw it. And then I believe he told Brianna, did he tell Brianna, Sylvia, I don't want you hanging around Cassie, or stay away from Cassie?
Yeah.
Puffy, Caleb Hill, thank you for that super chat. Integrity ain't never went out of style. Shout out to Academics, and shout out to Laura Collins. Shout out to both of them. Puffy told Cassie, stop hanging out with her, because all you do is get high when you hang out with her.
Yep.
And Puffy told Brianna, stay away from Cassie, because you don't look right. You understand? But anyway, where are the perjury charges for Brianna? That's what I want to know. Then, let me get back to where I was at, because I remember exactly where I was at. Alexander Shapiro stood up and said, we want a mistrial for the perjury, because Brianna got up there and told a lie in front of your face, Judge Subramanian. She lied in front of your face. She said Puffy came up behind her like this, touched her titties, squeezed her titties so hard that they bruised, picked her up, hung her over the balcony. She ain't screaming, ain't making no noise. The people on the 18th floor ain't hear nothing. The people on the 16th floor ain't hear nothing. The neighbor over there ain't hear nothing. The neighbor over there. She's dangling for her life. Then she say Puffy pulled her back. She fought her way back. That was one story. And then he threw her into the furniture. And then Cassie came out of the patio door and asked Puffy, did you just throw her? Did you just hang her over the balcony? When she didn't see that part, she only saw her throw her into the furniture. Then she told another story. She met with the federal prosecutors. I don't know how many times Brianna meet with the feds. She met with the prosecutors, I don't know how many times. All of the witnesses met with the federal prosecutors to prepare for trial, to get their stories right. Then she told another story to the government that Puffy came up behind her, squeezed her breast, which was sexual assault, hung her over the balcony. She fought her way back. Then he picked up again and hung her out a second time. She fought her way back, and then he threw her into the furniture. So she told two stories right in front of your face, Judge Subramanian. You heard it. Yes, you did, because I heard it. I was there. And Alexander Shapiro said we need to have a mistrial. We declare a mistrial today. This was like week 4, week 3, week 4. And then Judge Subramanian, you said, well, maybe you should look at this like it's a Perry Mason moment, that you got the witness to perjure themselves on the stand, and this was so long ago, and wasn't she high on drugs and you know, making excuses for it. But what about Puff? You giving Brianna the benefit of the doubt from 9 years ago, but they going back charging Puff for what happened in 2008, 16 years ago. He was getting high too. Y'all didn't cut him no break. You understand? So Judge Subramanian, the Southern District of New York, the prosecutors made you look bad. They disrespected you to your face in your courtroom, and you ain't do nothing but make excuses for the witness. Now that makes it appear like you compromised. That you know, and let me say this here to you, Judge Subramanian, and I done told you this before. On my channel, a lot of the people in the comment section say you racist, that you don't like black people, and that you don't like Puffy. I don't believe that. I didn't see that. I don't know you well enough to make that kind of determination. All I know you is from a 8-week trial. I've never spoken to you. We ain't never hung out. So I can't make that kind of my principles and my integrity won't allow me to make that kind of a statement. Make that kind of a statement about you, and I don't know you. But I don't believe them niggas that be in my comment section, because they got fake profiles, and you understand, they can say anything. You understand? If they met you, they probably be skinning and grinning. Hey, Justin Renegade. I don't believe that you racist and that you biased against Puff. I think you called a fair shot. I just think you weak, right? And that your self-esteem is low, and that you don't have the confidence. You did not exhibit the confidence and the bravery, and you didn't maintain order in your court. You should have let everybody know on both sides. Yo, this my court, and don't come in here with no bullshit, right? But the Southern District of New York, that's all they came in there with. Every witness they called perjured themselves except the ones that was down for Puff, some of his assistants. And you denied Alexander Shapiro the mistrial. Hollywood T, there go my girl Hollywood T. But at the end of the day, Puffy beat the case at trial in New York City. Nothing of what was alleged when Damian Williams, who was the then United States Attorney here, did his big press conference. He was at the podium with his suit, all these attorneys in the back, and all he could talk about was baby oil and Astroglide. And all these allegations about Puff, and none of it was true. None of it. Nothing. There were no minors involved. There was no homosexuality involved with Puff. None of that. None of that. Possession with the intent to distribute drugs. He had personal use drugs. So, at the end of the day, as he should, Puffy beat the feds at trial in New York, putting a blemish on the brand of the Southern District of New York and exposing the prosecution in the Southern District of New York of unethical behavior and prosecutorial misconduct. Alexander Shapiro said that because Alexander Shapiro told you, Judge Subramanian, that with Brianna telling the jury that Puffy hung her over a balcony on September the 26th, 2016, that was impossible to have happened because Puffy and Cassie were here in New York on September 26, 2016. And Alexander Shapiro said to you, we told Maureen Comey, we told Steiner, we told Smizer, we told Foster, we told Slavic, we told the whole Southern District of New York where Puffy was. We gave them Puffy's itinerary for that date. So they knew that story that Brianna was not true, yet they put her on the stand anyway to poison and taint the jury when they knew that shit was a lie from the word say go. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. And the only way and the only reason how the Southern District of New York has been exposed as being unethical and willing to engage in prosecutorial misconduct is because Puffy got tall money. Puffy money tall. Puffy got tall dollars. Puffy had 10 lawyers, right? And they got exposed. Hollywood T, man, you cleaner than the Board of Health. Your haberdashery is the best. Yes, it is. Hollywood T, thank you. But see, I wonder, Judge Subramanian, how many other foundational Black American men that the Southern District of New York has prosecuted engaging in prosecutorial misconduct and perjury when them brothers didn't have the money to hire lawyers to defend themselves and want to over-sentence and probably over-sentence these brothers because they want to give Puffy 20 plus years and the probation department want to give him 6 to 7 years. That's what I want to know. So all of this came out at the trial. All of this came out at the trial. And all we're left with now is this Mann Act, these two Mann Act counts, right? Where Cassie's count, the statute of limitation, 60 months. Her Mann Act charge should be thrown out just purely off of that. Because the last time Puff saw Cassie was in 2018, right? And the only reason they were able to attach Cassie's Mann Act count was because of the RICO, right? But a jury of his peers, 12 New Yorkers of different ethnicities, different genders, different nationalities, they acquitted Puff. I didn't acquit Puff. And Judge Subramanian, you didn't acquit Puff. Tenny Garagos didn't acquit Puff. Maureen Comey didn't acquit Puff. 12 jurors acquitted him of RICO. Once the RICO is taken out, then each Mann Act charge should stand on its own square, thereby making Cassie's Mann Act count beyond the statute of limitation. Beyond the statute of limitation. And Jane Doe shouldn't even, goddamn Queen Niecy Mo. Queen Niecy Mo, thank you for joining the channel membership. Everybody do me a favor and give a shout out to Queen Niecy Mo. Sidebar for Queen Niecy Mo. Jane Doe, she sell kitty cat for a living. That's what she do. She had her OnlyFans page. That's what she do. So she arranged for the male escorts, Judge Submarine. We went over this yesterday. Cassie arranged for the male escorts. They made the travel arrangements. They paid them, all of that. Cassie had a relationship with one of the male escorts for 7 years. Got pregnant by him. Huh? Used to make that nigga leave his girlfriend and come fly where she was at. All that. Niecy Mo, I see you keep bringing the truth and not the juice. Niecy Mo, where you from?
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
That's where we at.
You don't know who I am.
So Judge Subramanian, man, you know, and what's crazy is you never gonna be, shout out to Texas, Queen Niecy Mo in Texas. Shout out to Texas. I gotta come down to Texas. I gotta come down there, get me a Texas honey down there. You know, them Texas girls like them, like us brothers from New York and New Jersey. They love us when we come down there. Judge Subramanian, you can't get out from underneath history. All of this went down in your courtroom, and no matter what you do now, whenever Maureen Comey see you, Slavic or Foster, they gonna know that we committed perjury in your courtroom and you ain't do nothing. You weak. That's what they gonna say. That's what they gonna say. Now, 96 hours from sentencing. I believe, listen, Judge Subramanian, let me tell you this. If you don't grant Puffy the Rule 29 acquittal today, tonight, you could best believe that Alexandra Shapiro, she gonna appeal. It's already laid out. All Alexandra Shapiro got to do is take all of the documents that she's already filed and give them to the appeals court, Second Circuit. She done had 2 cases reversed in the last 120 days. Some lawyers go their whole career and never get a case overturned on appeal. She's the best. Puffy got the best lawyers. Puffy hired the best lawyers. They the best. They won. The winners, Judge Subramanian, usually get the spoils. To the victor go the spoils, not the losers. And yeah, the Southern District of New York lost. They didn't want the Mann Act. They wanted the RICO. They wanted the SEX trafficking so they can trigger the asset forfeiture clause and they can take all of Puffy's wealth. Both houses, his catalog, his Sean John clothing designs and catalog, his publishing. That's what they wanted, but they couldn't get it. The jury said, nah, never that. The jury said, no way. The jury said, no way. So, you do what you want to do, Judge Subramanian, but I think the best thing you could do is to go ahead and give that Rule 29 acquittal, and let's move on with our life. Right? Because Alexander Shapiro ain't gonna stop. Tenny Garagos ain't gonna stop. Brian Steele ain't gonna stop. Nicole Westmoreland ain't gonna stop. Mark Agnifilo ain't gonna stop. And no matter what, or give us a retrial, we're gonna beat you again. They're gonna beat you again. There's no assistant U.S. attorneys in the Southern District of New York or anywhere in this country. You can get the assistant U.S. attorneys or you could get the United States attorneys of each office. Get the best ones and bring them here to New York and put them in the courtroom against Jason Driscoll, Jonathan Bach, Xavier Donaldson, Nicole Westmoreland, Brian Steele, Anna Esteveo, Tenny Garagos, Mark Agnifilo, Brian Steele. Who?
One of the prosecutors.
Yeah? Coming across the street?
Yeah, she's coming right now. Here she goes. Here she goes, right there.
Go get any of them and we can run the trial back and they still gonna lose again. They still gonna lose again. Right? Yeah, I'm on the line.
Yeah, you two guys.
Yeah.
I see you on Matt and the other guys podcast.
Back, cop.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing your thing.
Thank you, man.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking.
Thank you.
You see her?
Yeah. No matter who they go get, they not gonna win that trial against Puffy's legal team. And Puffy was one of the lawyers. Because Puffy was there, he writing notes, giving Mark Agnifilo, Brian Steele. He was just as involved in his case as they were. As he should. And shout out to Puffy. Shout out to Puffy's mother. You know, I don't know, I can't even imagine what kind of pressure that man was under. How many times Judge Subramanian Puffy maybe almost had a stroke? How many times Puffy almost had a heart attack? How many times Puffy almost had a nervous breakdown? And this is real. Unless you've been prosecuted by the feds like I have, you don't know the pressure. People commit suicide when they get indicted by the feds. Some people can't take the pressure, they take their own life. That's how real it is. And my charges were real. I really broke the law. And I was scared. And here Puffy, none of what they said about him was true. And yet his life was on the line. maybe to never see his 3-year-old daughter again, Judge Subramanian. Now you need to let him out and let him go reconnect with his 3-year-old daughter and let him teach her how to ride a bike. Let him teach his 3-year-old daughter how to tie a sneaker. Let that man go. He won. It's over. It's over. Sylvia, you want to say something? You all right? Mm-hmm. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my girl Sylvia on her YouTube. Nothing of what I said or my opinions or what I said is a reflection of her, and just because she's on my thumbnail or on this channel doesn't mean she agrees or disagrees with what I say. But what I say, blame me.
I agree.
You agree? Come and say something to him, Sylvia. Shout out the pup. Sylvia, you was in the courtroom every day, Sylvia?
Every day.
In the overflow or the main courtroom?
The main courtroom.
26th floor.
26.
You saw the whole thing.
Saw the whole thing.
Do you think? Look at her hair, y'all. Look how pretty her hair is. Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. Sylvia, do you think Judge Subramanian is racist or biased against Puff?
I don't think he's racist. I just think he's scared. I think he's scared because there's someone else pulling the strings, and he's just following him.
Somebody's directing him.
Yeah.
Do you think he ran a fair trial?
I think he did the best he could. He tried to be fair. He tried.
Objections sustained?
But you could tell he's more on the state, the
prosecution.
Yeah, I mean that's where he's come from.
That's who signs his check.
Yeah.
But I didn't see nothing, and I was looking for like overly super biased, like
he wasn't biased.
Super biased against marketing, like denying everything they said. I think he denied the prosecution some stuff they wanted, and he denied the defense some stuff they wanted.
But I think when it boils down to the real decision, he caves into that side.
He caves in.
Yeah, definitely.
You think that's because he's new, 2 years on the bench? You think a more seasoned judge, 15, 20 years would have caved in?
Oh no, definitely not. They would have did, especially when it was older.
Like an older judge in his 50s and 60s? A lot of that bullshit that went on wouldn't have went on, you think?
But the decision that he's going to make on Friday is going to make or break it.
It's going to make or break Judge Subramanian?
Because, you know, Alexandria is going to come back and she's going to go and get this thing overturned.
100%. That's what Alexandria Shapiro is a judge, just being a lawyer. They probably offered her to be a judge. She know that shit off the top of her dome. She probably don't want that headache of being no judge. She's probably doing well in her private practice. But she is really a judge in a law. Alexandria Shapiro didn't cross-examine nobody. Did she cross-examine nobody? She don't do the cross-examination. Tenny did, Mark did, Xavier did, Brian Steele did, and Nicole Westmoreland did, and Anna Esteville did. Alexandria Shapiro. Jonathan Bach, my main man. Send this video to Jonathan Bach. He made that girl, that expert witness, look small. Made her look so small she played handball with the curve. Alexandria Shapiro did not cross-examine not one witness. She don't do that. She was there.
Drexel don't either.
Who?
Drexel.
Jason Driscoll. No, Jason Driscoll. The laptop man, Jason Driscoll, is the laptop man. She was there to supervise the judge. That's what Alexandria Shapiro. And
was she anything like Ann Donnelly? Oh no, definitely he's not like Ann Donnelly. Ann Donnelly was more of definitely prosecution. He was.
Who's Ann Donnelly?
That's an Eastern District judge.
Over in Brooklyn.
The one that had R. Kelly's case.
That R. Kelly's case. She was all prosecution.
Definitely.
So what he does Friday is gonna make it. What do you think Puff should get the Rule 29 or the Rule 33?
Yeah, 29. 33, I don't think so, because why would you want him to go retry it again?
Because they're not gonna retry it again.
No.
They wouldn't even waste the money trying to go up against Tenny and Mark and them again. But you think a Rule 29 is sufficient?
Yeah, definitely. Especially the arguments that she gave.
About the Mann Act? How it should be for commercial gain only?
Yeah, definitely. But you know, he's gonna reject it. You know that, right? They mostly reject those. Don't reject it. That's a known thing. The judges usually reject it.
Why would he walk so close to the camera? What's wrong with these people? What do you think? What do you think the sentence gonna be, Sylvia?
Time served. That's what I'm calling. Time served.
4 years, 5 years?
No, 18 months.
Why don't you think he's? Some people saying he's gonna get. Some niggas said he's gonna get 15 years. Why would you think he would?
Because most people that are Johns usually get 1 year. Johns usually get 1 year. So why would you give him? He's done 13 months already.
So Puffy's a John, really?
He's considered a John. But he's a John that didn't even have any kind of relations with those people. He watched. He was a Voyager.
He was a Voyager practicing his First Amendment right.
Yeah. So time served. Definitely time served.
The sentencing guideline range doesn't even call for.
But I was going to say, in 2025, as starting November 2025, the new law for shorter sentences go into effect. So I don't know if the judge is going to go ahead and start using that.
So less than 60 days from now,
Yeah, the new law goes into
new
effect.
federal laws
For a shorter
shortening
time.
federal sentences goes into effect.
Yes. November 1st.
Let me tell you what I think. I say on Friday, y'all make sure y'all go follow Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. I think Friday, Judge Subramanian is gonna give Puffy a sentence of 18 months, the most.
That's what I said.
The most. That's the highest he can go. That right there makes Puffy instantly eligible for halfway house or home confinement. So Puff will go home, he will get processed out on Friday, sign all his paperwork. Friday night or Saturday, he probably stay in New York Friday night. Saturday, he'll be flying home to Miami or LA, wherever. And immediately on Monday morning at 9:01, Alexander Shapiro is going to file an appeal, an expedited appeal with the Second Circuit.
That's if she don't do it on Friday.
If she don't do it Friday after the sentence, with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. And when the Second Circuit Court of Appeals see her case come in, they gonna put her shit right on the top. Everybody that's next in line, Puffy's gonna go right on the top, and Puffy's case will get, the Mann Act convictions will get overturned at the appeals court level. If the appeals court upholds the conviction, Alexander Shapiro will then kick it up to the Supreme Court. And in one of her motions, she's referenced several Supreme Court cases where the Supreme Court and the Department of Justice refused to even prosecute these kinds of cases. These are state cases, right? Right around there, 100 Center Street. 100 Center Street is right there. They asked Manhattan District Attorney J.D. Vance, whatever the hell his name was, does he prosecute prostitution cases? He said, man, I only have a limited amount of resources, and I'm not gonna take those resources and spend money on prosecuting some adults who are doing whatever they want to do in their own bedrooms. They don't even prosecute that in the city of New York. LA, 0 to 6 months. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Tony, what's up, Tony? So that's where we at. What time is it? 20 minutes after 1. Anybody got any questions? I'll take a couple questions.
Any questions over here?
Any questions?
Bless you.
Thank you. Queen Nissimo, that's facts. That's why Trump will get all these left-wing judges out of here. "95 hours to the verdict, truth over emotions." Puffy is going to super wealthy when he gets out. They poked the bear, now he coming. I think Puffy is bigger now than he's ever been. I think he's even more popular now than he's ever been.
And he's more focused too.
And he's gonna be more focused. He ain't getting high, he ain't drinking. He done got a lot of sucker people out of his life.
Yep.
A lot of people have turned their back on him. See, Puffy's got 2 sets of friends. He's got before the verdict friends, and then he's got after the verdict friends. And they've all everybody's exposed himself, you know. And I'm gonna do a whole video on that before the verdict and after the verdict. I don't need your friendship after I done won. I needed you.
I was going through.
I need you to come, Sylvia, to the courtroom when I had insomnia for 4 nights in a row and I couldn't sleep because I was facing life in prison without the possibility of parole. I needed you to come. I needed to see you in the gallery then.
Yeah.
I needed you to send my daughter $8 so she could go get her a slice of pizza with a soda. And my mother could call me and say, yeah, so-and-so came by and dropped off $20 for your daughter. Before the verdict. Not after the verdict. Kanye West. No celebrities came to support Puff. Kanye West was the only celebrity that came, sneakers on the ground, got out the car and went upstairs to support his friend. Kanye West was the only one. Nobody else came.
And people don't know he was there 2 days. First, the day before and then the day he was able to get inside.
Sylvia said Kanye West was 2 days. No other celebrity that Puffy helped, no other producer, no other famous people that was all in his Instagram, all in his video, none of them came. Kanye West was the only one. True story.
Someone said G. Depp was there. I don't know who G. Depp is.
G. Depp came down. G. Depp came one day. I saw him.
Who's G. Depp? I don't know who.
G. Depp was an artist on Bad Boy.
Oh.
Him and Puff did a song together. Hey, Sharon, he was the only one that came. None of them came. Nobody else came. But I remember Puffy holding up a big champagne glass and all these dudes around him holding up champagne glasses. Puffy made beats for artists saving their careers. They didn't come. Puffy gave artists careers. They didn't come. I was looking for him. I was there every day. I'm before the verdict.
Me too. I was there before
I'm
the verdict.
before the verdict. Silver, you before the verdict?
Before the verdict.
I was there before the verdict. Pro Puff, free Puff. They was looking at me like I was crazy.
It wasn't that many of us that was for him.
Come on, come around. Come on, Sylvia. Tell, because I don't want y'all to think I didn't tell you the story, but I'm gonna let Sylvia tell you.
The one where
When we first got there, tell them about anti-Puff and pro Puff, how the numbers.
it was a small number of pro Puff. There was some that was like teetering, but they were more on the other side. But the hardcore was him, myself, and one other person. I can't remember who it was. But as far he was the hardcore because the government was looking at him in this area and making statements about what he was doing, giving names and stuff like that. They were lying on him to get him out the way.
In the courtroom.
Yeah, to try to get him not to be able to come in the main courtroom. Which he didn't care about going in the main courtroom anyway, because he had already been in there. So he started doing just the overflow, right?
I like the overflow better because I had to pay the guy $120 to sit out there in line for me, and I wasn't gonna give him that every day. But Sylvia, even the ones that was pro Puff was scared to say it.
Oh, they was very scared. They said it after the fact. That's when they got really bold. But he was the main bold one from the beginning.
Around week 5, then
they started getting
is the rock jumpers. They first they was over here, then they jump over the rock when they saw, but they wouldn't even. People wouldn't even speak to me, man. I didn't get invited on one news channel.
Nope. Neither one of us got invited.
None of the news channels only invited the mainstream media, the ones that want to interview Puff now. The main ones that want to interview Puff, interview his moms, that wanted to see him do life in prison. They never invited me one time on any news channel. They always invited the other dudes. You understand? Anti-Puff. You understand?
The ones that was lying inside. I don't know. They were telling you guys one thing, and we're all in the same courtroom, and I was like, where did they get that from?
Right.
How did that happen?
They was only focusing on the direct examination.
Yeah. Not the other side. That when the defense was tearing them apart.
So, Sylvia, you was in there when they was talking about me that day?
Oh, yeah, I was in there. I knew what to contact you and told you. Hey, they looking for you.
Yo, they came and told us, Sean, they looking for you. They said
they looking for you. I was like, they're blaming him. I was like, oh my God. They said he's over there in the Foley area.
Foley Square.
Yeah. And
who was saying it, Maureen?
It was Maureen. Maureen is the one that said it. And I was like, oh my God, they trying to keep him out. And the news people were saying it too. It was like he was the one. I was like, no, he wasn't.
It was Tisa Towns. Her lying ass. You got it, baby. You got it. You got it. You got it. Take your time.
Thank you.
Listen. Every day after that, I would come to the courtroom. I said, they're not gonna let me in today. I would go in and get to the U.S. Marshals would see me. I said to myself, they're not gonna let me in today. But every time I came in, the U.S. Marshals used to dap me up and let me go upstairs. You know, but I was there from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Vicky Slaughter, what up? You good, Sylvia? You want to say something? All right, y'all.
I'm good.
Give them your YouTube and your Instagram, Sylvia.
My YouTube is infamous. Sylvia.
Look at her hair, y'all. Look at her hair, y'all. She got the dope hair. She covered. Listen, if you want to know everything about the Young Thug, Tell them all about the Young Thug, the whole history.
The whole history. I was there for the whole 2 years of covering the trial. Oh, yesterday he had a concert, a free concert.
In front of Fulton County.
And they were contacting me. I'm like, I'm all the way out here in New York. I couldn't be there at 2 places at the same time. So,
And look, if you want some of the content that Sylvia got, the coverage, she was inside the courtroom, right?
Yeah, I have all the footage.
She's
and
got all
the
the footage.
pictures. All the pictures that you guys used to see on Thugger Dailies and people like that, they came from me, y'all. They came from me. It was my camera. Chi-chi-chi-chi. I was taking those pictures.
She did the best coverage of the Young Thug trial, and if you want some of the footage, you gotta buy it. It ain't free. We ain't doing nothing free. You call her and make an offer, but we got it. She got it.
And we will soon have interviews, won't we?
Yeah. I got an interview set up with I talked to Nicole Westmoreland already.
Brian Steele.
You talked to Brian Steele?
Yes.
You got an interview with him? Hey, Brian, I want my interview too, man. Soon as you get done with Sylvia. And then I got an interview set up with Nicole Westmoreland.
Me too, I have one too. But I had
I'm
one set up before this, but we wanted to wait till afterwards.
Right. And I got one set up with Alexander Shapiro.
Oh, I don't have that.
I got one set up with Alexander Shapiro. And I'm going to get Puff.
Yeah, we're going to get Puff.
You
We're
know
going
I'm
to
gonna
get
get
Puff.
Puff.
We're going to get Puff.
I'm going to get Puff.
Look, we're calling it into existence.
We're going to speak it into existence. I know I'm going to get him. I already know. I'm going to get Tenny Garagos. I want Mark Garagos.
Me too.
Mark Agnif. I'm going to get all of them.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bach, Jason. I'm interviewing all of them.
Oh, and what's his name too?
Anna Esteveo?
No,
Xavier
the guy.
Donaldson.
Xavier
Donaldson?
yes.
I'm going to get Xavier too.
Travaga.
So, there you have it. Sylvia was in the main courtroom every single day.
Every day. Except the first 3 days I wasn't in there. The first day I got here, it was 15 people online, right? I did not sleep. I stood online, and all of a sudden, all these people just came and just bum rushed, and I did not get in the main courtroom.
They cut in front of you?
Yeah, they cut in front of me. But let me tell you something. I got that pass. I always had my pass. I had my press pass, but I did not know what to do. So I got kicked to the side. But then after that first week, I was in there every single day. Well, the 5th day I was in there.
Sylvia, who's cross-examining? What part of the trial impacted you the most as far as cross-examinations?
Nicole, Steele, definitely Steele, because Steele made them look, that guy, the one who
Kid
said-
Cudi?
Kid Cudi, yeah. He really made him look like a liar.
Yeah, he told
Made
Kid
him look-
Cudi, he said, Cassie played you, didn't she? Yo, but Brian Steele ran down on Mia so hard, Maureen Comey came back from break and says, he's harassing the
He's a
witness.
witness. He's badgering the
Yeah, he's
witness.
badgering
Badgering the witness, he said.
I said, well, what the hell is he supposed to do when Puffy facing life without the possibility of parole? He's supposed to be nice to her?
No.
He had Mia crying on the stand.
Steele was not playing, y'all.
No, he don't.
I know the way Steele is. He's very gentle, but and you remember how he came in there? Normally he'll be so nice to the women. That was not Steele's MO this time. No,
He wouldn't even speak to him. He let him sit up there and be walking around. He be getting this. He had a big binder. Remember like the binders in the 8th grade with the 3-ring binder? He had that. He come put that up and then he walk away. The witness is sitting up there. He walk way over here, grab something, you know, and when he come ready to go, he just jumped right into the question.
It. He didn't even say, may I? You know how polite he was with YSL? That he was not polite at all. He was like, dog eat dog.
And Mia was on the stand with her whole shoulders, her whole body language was destroyed.
Yeah.
He killed her.
Yeah.
I think the cross-examination that impacted me the most, that really changed how I thought about the case, was Jonathan Bach cross-examining the expert witness.
Yeah.
Maureen Comey said sidebar. I didn't know what the hell sidebar meant, but they said it so many times. I said, well, what the hell is a sidebar?
They like time out.
Tap.
That's time out.
Sidebar.
Time out.
Sidebar.
That's what sidebar means. Time out.
And they would go over there to the side. Judge Subramanian, Alexander Shapiro would go, and Maureen Comey, and they would come right back. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Bach would ask the same question a different way. Sidebar.
Sidebar.
When he got done with her, I said, yo, I said they lied on Puff, man.
Yeah.
They lied on Puff.
Yeah.
And she was there. She was just there for the setup, man. Crazy.
And they took one video, and built a whole case.
13 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
Because the video.
13 seconds. And then if you watch the whole video, it's not that bad. I promise you. Everybody keeps seeing that, and oh, he kicked her and all. I was like, if you seen the whole video, you would have seen they were talking to each other. She was talking to the security guard, walking back and forth. You guys saw like the worst part of the video.
And she stole Puffy's phone. She
Yes.
took his phone. She stole Puffy's phone because they used to do that. He was jealous of, she couldn't mess with nobody, and Cassie was jealous of him. She stole Puffy's phone and left and was dipping on the elevator, and that's what pissed Puffy off.
He ran towards her to get it.
With the towel.
Yep.
You understand? And they tried to frame it like he was trying to drag her back to a freak off.
Freak off. It wasn't no freak off.
Right, because they never showed evidence that Jules was even in the room or there was a dude in the room. They just said it was. Or am I wrong? They never proved that she was leaving a freak off or a freak off was happening. But that's the way the Southern District of New York
And
framed
then they didn't even show her getting on the phone and putting the phone down, picking the phone back up. It was like she had all that time and we didn't see none of that.
The video was like 6 minutes long.
Yep.
And what they didn't tell you is that Puffy was texting her like 8 times when she left.
And he didn't have on no shoes. He had on barefoot. I mean, he had on socks. It wasn't like, and
baby, please, call me, baby, please. Remember he was texting her, baby, please call me, please. She ended up going back by his house
the same
night.
Went back
to his house. And they went to the movie premiere the same night.
Together, y'all. Together. After all of this craziness from the video.
Right. And then they showed, the Southern District of New York showed pictures that she had a black eye and a busted lip. But at the premiere that night, none of that, she didn't have nothing. Man, it was crazy, man.
They really played y'all. They played y'all real good.
And listen, to the women watching, my mother, I watched my mother be a victim of domestic violence in the 70s, real domestic violence. So I don't condone domestic violence against women. I don't hit women. What Puff did in that video was not right and exact, but that girl stole his phone and ran out the room.
He didn't want her to look at the phone.
You understand? Don't like, this is my phone.
Don't touch my phone.
You know, the worst thing you could do in a relationship is, if you're a woman, is look in your dude's phone, and if you're a dude,
snatch her in a minute.
right, look in your lady's phone. That's personal. My phone is personal, and that's what triggered that incident in front of the elevator. But CNN took a 13-second clip and looped it what they saying.
You steal my phone.
That's a violation. That's a violation. Don't fuck with my phone, man. Don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Listen.
Not a violation.
Don't touch my phone, man. Nah, man, leave that. Nah, don't, because I got my credit card information in my phone, my debit card, my bank account information in my phone. Don't mess with my phone, man. And Cassie stole that nigga phone, and that's what made him snap.
And then the other thing too, y'all, listen, she's married, right? She's married in 2018 with a husband and all that kind of stuff. And her husband calls on FaceTime and she's in the room having SES with
Puff hitting it. They doing the raccoon. Her and Puff doing
This
the
is
raccoon.
after the video. This is after the video.
This is after the video. And they not even together. And then they showed other texts in 2019, 2020. They texting each other, I miss you, I love you. And, you know, Puff still trying to hit it in 2020. And she still want to give him some, but she got this baby. And
And what did she do when what's her name died? When Kim died?
she went to the funeral. She went to Kim Porter's
But then
funeral.
when he said that Kim was his soulmate, that's what made her pissed off.
She was jealous of Kim Porter. Cassie did not like Kim Porter. Or Gina.
Yeah.
Or Gina.
So
That's the real. This is from Sylvia, who was in
the courtroom.
the main courtroom,
Main
the 26th
courtroom.
floor, every day.
Every day.
Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Y'all go follow her and get her numbers up. Let's put her on 50,000 subscribers.
That's gonna be a miracle.
That ain't gonna be no miracle. We're gonna put everybody go subscribe to Sylvia. Infamous Sylvia. I'm gonna remember to put her link underneath the video and in the comment section.
It's relationship drama. It was a relationship drama. That's what exactly it was.
Right.
Relationship drama. Yeah.
What about what
Absolutely.
about Jane Doe, Sylvia? What do you think about Jane Doe?
Freak.
She's just a freak.
Freak. Even her. Well, we can say who she is now, right? The case is over.
Can we?
Can we? We can't get in trouble now.
Can we get in trouble
Can
still?
we still get in trouble, y'all? Since the case is over.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say it.
No, we're not gonna say
I'm
it.
not gonna say
Y'all
it,
know
guys.
we're talking about Jane Doe.
Just in case. Remember, they just walked by us.
Yeah.
They're probably
One of the
watching
prosecutors,
you.
yeah, they watching. Listen,
Prosecutor just walked by.
Tenny Garagos made Jane Doe break down on the stand and call her own sidebar. Tenny Garagos was in her ass, man. Tenny used to be at the podium fixing her hair like this.
Put the clamp back up there.
Put the clamp back up, cross-examining Jane Doe, like, and Jane Doe broke down and started crying. Tenny says, "Do you need a moment?" And Jane Doe says, "Yes." And I said, "Yo, she made Jane Doe call." Jane Doe said, "Sidebar, I need a sidebar." And after we came back, they took a break. We came back, and Tenny went right back to putting her foot in her ass. Her lying ass.
How would your mom say watching this trial? How would your mom say watching this trial?
I don't understand that
I
question.
don't understand the question either. What would your mom say?
Sylvia,
Watching trial. My mom would have said that girl's a.
Sylvia, what about what?
My mother would have been ruthless. She'd be like, "Come on, girl, one slapping and."
What about what about Brianna Boglin and Nicole Westmoreland cross examination?
Brianna, Nicole had her shook. She was shook.
She was like this on the stand.
Yeah, she was shook. She was shook. Nicole's no joke. She about this tall, and she was like a powerhouse. So, are you saying that?
Nicole Westmoreland do this. Tuesday comes after Monday. True?
True.
Brianna? True? Is that fair to say? That's Brian Steele. Wednesday is before Thursday. Is that fair to say? A car has four wheels. Is that fair to say? They would ask you a question and then ask you, is it true? Yo, and the witness is just sitting there like, what is going on?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. But Nicole ran down on Brianna, didn't she?
Yeah. You know who really got me? Remember when Jane kept going like this? Kept doing this.
With her fingers?
Yes, she kept doing this. No, the other one. What's the other one?
Mia.
name? Mia. That's
Mia.
who it was.
Mia.
Mia was like this.
Right, she looking down. Brian Steele was tearing her ass up. Mia met with the prosecutors 31 times. And Brian Steele said, Mia. Well, in court, it was 27 or 28, but later it came out 31. She said, Mia, why did you meet with the prosecutors 28 times before testifying. She said, so that we can understand my story. They got destroyed.
What
Man.
about when she was doing her video in when she started reading her text messages, when she got to the part where she talking about Diddy, she like, hey, she got all excited, and then she go, no. Hi, how are you?
She was in love with Puffy. Mia was in love with Puff.
Yes.
Mia was in love with Puff.
Yes, she was trying to tap that behind her friend's back.
I think Puff was hitting it. You understand? And she all up in Cassie's face talking about that's my BFF, my best friend. Because when Cassie went to South Africa, Mia went with her.
Mm-hmm.
And while they was in South Africa, they saw Puffy at some award show with Gina.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thought they thought Gina was Cassie. So they texted Cassie like, oh girl, you look so nice at the award show. And Cassie was like, I'm in South Africa. So she looked and saw it was Gina. She was mad with Puff. So Puff is trying to call Cassie to clean it up. But Cassie ain't answering the phone. So then Puffy started calling Mia. And he told Mia, he said, Mia, if you don't answer this phone and have Cassie call me, I'm gonna tell her, what do you say, I'm gonna tell her about me and you?
You, yeah.
I'm gonna tell Cassie about us. So Puffy was knocking down Cassie and he was knocking down Mia. And then Capricorn Clark wanted something. But he didn't, I don't know if he ever hit Capricorn Clark.
No, I think
but
so.
she was in love with Puff. Mia was in love with Puff. Cassie was in love with Puff. Jane, all of them. Or what he was doing for him. All lies, man. All lies. All right, y'all, we finna get up out of here.
Yes, y'all, we're about to go.
Listen, if you want any of the Young Thug, send this video to Young Thug. Young Thug, if you want any of your footage for the 2 years, she got it.
You can use it on your videos.
You can use it in your videos. You understand? Call her and make her an offer. All right? Shout out to my girl Sylvia. I met Sylvia like the first week of the trial or the second week. And first week, and we've been cool ever since.
None of that drama happened with him and I. None of that crazy.
No, I had drama with everybody else with the Southern District of New York. They was trying to get me kicked out of the courtroom.
Yeah,
Judge Subramanian know me.
He know you now.
But I'm saying he knew me at the trial.
At the trial that day, yes he did.
So there you have it.
They really tried him, y'all. They really tried him. And the judge was like, "Is he here now?" No, Judge, he was outside.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
I'm in the transcript, y'all. I told you, I'm in the transcript. Puffy was there, right?
Mm-hmm, he's here. That's how you learn about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn about him.
All right, y'all, we finna go. Follow Sylvia on her channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye, guys.
What's up, Sylvia?
Gotta end this one.